Oh, looks like I had the friggin' mute button on. That's brilliant. All right, so just want to say Merry Christmas to everyone. Thank you, LPH, for letting me know. I just spent 2 minutes of your life being completely no sound coming through. So I apologize for that. But it is Christmas today. I just want to say Merry Christmas. And there's so much stuff that I got today. LPH. So much that we got today. I'm going to just post photos in the Migo Light group. I just can't go through it all. I got Star Wars things, some vintage Star Trek things, some McFarlane Batman stuff. I got, uh, I can't, there's just so much stuff. I can't even go through it all right now. Some monster related items, just all kinds of stuff. And my family somehow figured out what I want. I got a Universal Monsters creature from the Black Lagoon mask that I wanted, which it was at Spirit Alley, and it was a little expensive, and my mother-in-law picked that up. Don't know how, but she did. Anyway, so a lot of good stuff, and I hope you guys are all having a good holiday. But, not to get too crazy serious, because we are really a toy room or a place for us to come and enjoy each other and talk about our hobby. But there are people today that aren't as fortunate as a lot of us. And, sorry. And, we have to remember it's not just Christmas Day. We need to remember those people. We need to remember them all the time. There's guys in our groups that are having a really rough time and had a bad year and so on. And there's people also outside of here that we have to take care of. And it's really, really important to do that. And, we can, it's good for us to celebrate, but we should also think about others that may be having a rough time. So, for example, this year, a little different than other years, before I was remarried, Amanda and I spent some Christmases, just me and her, and some Thanksgivings and stuff like that. And sometimes I sent her to her mom's in the past, not in the last 10 years, but in the past. So she wouldn't have to be Thanksgiving with her dad, even if she want to go. I told her you need to go because you need to have a real Thanksgiving, not me and you making turkey sandwiches. So Merry Christmas to you guys also. So I'm watching messages pop up. Mr. Dean over there. But this year my wife surprised me and said, "Hey, look, we're going to have some people over. We're going to have somebody over for Christmas." And I figured, okay, we had her mom's friend over for Thanksgiving, which is kind of a weird story because her mother moved out of Colombia and into Spain more than 20 years ago, and my wife also. And they pretty much they spent last year's there and got remarried and all that stuff. But she had a friend in Colombia she's an elderly woman, and she works like 3 or 4 jobs to get her daughter out of Colombia into school and into the United States. And she gave everything she had to her. And she's not rich. She's in poor, of financially, but not of character or spirit. And she got her daughter into this country. Her daughter went off and married some guy over around here, and basically doesn't talk to her mother anymore. And it was out of shame that her mother was so poor, because I guess the guy she married is not poor, and they have a big house or good size house, and she doesn't really speak to her. Well, eventually her mother got here, and my wife began working a job 3 months ago, and wound up bumping into her at that job. But my wife got a job at a store in the mall, and this lady was cleaning the bathrooms, and she bumped into her, and she said, "I think I know her." So she approached her, and they started talking. Turns out she did. It was one of her mom's good friends that she hadn't seen in 20 years. So she talked to her and so on. And then my wife actually helped her get a better job. So she was getting paid more money. My wife approached her boss and said she's a really good worker, and she's out here cleaning the mall and cleaning the food court, which, you've never been to the Freehold Mall, New Jersey. It is a shithole. I don't mean the mall. I mean the food court. People are, forgive me, it's Christmas, but they're fucking pigs. That's all there is to it. They're just pigs. Food all over. Nobody cares. Nobody has respect for anything. It's just a dump. And this lady's out there every day getting up at 5 a.m. into the mall, cleaning the whole mall and so on. So now she works 3 jobs or 4 jobs, I forget. So we had her for Thanksgiving, and because her mother, my in-laws, came over from Spain. They've been here for another couple weeks, I think. And they reunited, which was good. So she came for Thanksgiving instead of spending alone, which I thought was really nice. So I figured she's coming for Christmas. I said, tell her to come for Christmas too, because she'll be alone. So she came for Christmas, and it turns out it's also her birthday today. So my wife went out and had a special cake made for her, a custom cake from a very nice lady down the road, and surprised her with it. And this lady was in tears today. just because nobody has celebrated her birthday in years. She's spent it alone for years. She has nobody else here. Her daughter just doesn't speak with her. Um, and all over money, which is crazy. Not fighting for money, but because her mother doesn't have any. So she's embarrassed. Anyway, which is terrible. So we had them come last night. I went and picked her up because you're not getting any Ubers here. She doesn't have a car. So we picked her up, brought her here. She stayed the night. We opened Christmas. She had presents. We're doing her birthday. But my wife says, we have another person coming staying. I'm like, okay. So my stepson's, one of his friends from school, who's been here several times. She's very nice. She's a very nice girl. She's going to stay too. I'm like, okay, no problem, whatever. So doesn't her family want her for Christmas? So her family is so poor that they cannot afford Christmas at all. Her father was explaining to my wife, they are Latin, how they can't afford Christmas. They haven't been able to. They share a house with their families. He is working today, full shifts. They do about 18-hour shifts every day, no break. So she has not celebrated Christmas, and I mean, I don't know, maybe never, I don't know. So she came here, stayed, she had Christmas dinner with us. Obviously, we gave her presents, and we gave her a Christmas morning, and she seems to be very appreciative. I think it was kind of a shock for her to receive anything. But, it's nice to get all this stuff. I guess where I'm going is it's nice to get all this stuff, and my wife did a lot of solids for me, and I hope I did the same for her and her family. But it's really important to help others. I come around here and I joke a lot, and I got a big mouth, and you're damn right I do, because I don't put up with bullies or any of that shit. I'm very vocal. It's not the only platform I'm on. You can find me professionally on LinkedIn, and you'll see I don't take shit from anybody there either. But it's very humbling to watch someone when you think they don't have Christmas. At first, I'm like, why is this girl coming over for Christmas? Does she want to be with her family? I mean, she can, but does she want to come after she opens presents? She's like, she has nothing. She'll get up tomorrow, just be another day. And I got to give my wife a lot of credit, because that's tremendously good heart to do that to someone. I think it's really important to take care of people, and I think that it's in our best interest to help others, our family especially, but each other. Your brother, your sister, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whoever you're taking care of, and it's also good to help others. There's a lot of kids in hospitals who are sick, possibly terminally sick, and not coming home. Their families can't afford much. And actually, my wife's one of her friends, just this past Monday, her father passed away. They live in Colombia. He died. The mother just doesn't take part. Nobody even knows, I think, where she is. Nobody knows where she is. The father has nobody else there family-wise. His sister's here. Actually, he does have a cousin down there, but they can't take her because there's no will for her. She has no money, no nothing. And what happens, the state comes and takes her, and she goes under state protection. So foster homes or orphanage or whatever they're doing down there. And if you've never been to Colombia or South America or Mexico, and I'm not talking about on vacation, because those spots are made for tourists, and those spots are where there's money and so on. But if you've never been to real Mexico, and I mean the sections that are poor, I have. And when I say poor, I mean people that are homeless here look like they live like kings compared to some of these people down there. Same thing in Colombia and other countries like that. There's a lot of suffering for that. And it's a shame. It's really a shame. This girl, her father died. It's the only person she had down there. It happened the week before Christmas. So, really sucks. So, if you ever get to a spot where you're not feeling so good, it's always good to reach out and talk to someone. Always remember there's somebody who has it worse than you. And there's always things can be worse than what you had. Uh-oh, I'm being approached by the Santa elf. What is it? Oh, just give me a hug, because Santa brought her lots of presents this year, right? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Amanda. Love you. So remember that. But I know there's guys out here who are having a rough time of it this year. And we don't want anybody to feel left out. There's plenty of friends in our Facebook group that can help. Plenty of friends you can speak with, and lots of people to talk to. So if you feel like you're in a bad spot, reach out. There's lots of good stuff, and there's cheer to be had. And, I know it's a little more serious than I normally do, but you guys do a really good job in the Facebook group. You really do. We don't really have any problems there, do we? It's very good. There's tremendous amount of posts, lots of variety, lots of discussion, lots of people posting videos and so on, and we don't really have any problems, which is really good. We have other people in other groups who don't like what we do, whether it's jealousy or they just don't like, I don't know, and I don't really care because only in this group, these are the people that I'm concerned about. I'm not worried about people in other groups. I'm not worried about people that are doing things that would otherwise impact good positivity to our lives. So our job is stay happy, help each other, and enjoy each other. So I hope you guys are having a good Christmas. I hope you guys are getting everything you want. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, if you are celebrating something, I don't care if it's Happy Rock Day. I hope you guys are getting. I'm not by rock and roll. I mean rock. If you guys are having a good time, fantastic. If you want post pictures, do videos, whatever you like. The room is for you guys to use. The room is for you guys to grow. There's 733 people in there. And I believe Mrs. Overnighter joined last night, which is just awesome because I thought Max was kidding. I think he was serious. So yeah, that's interesting and fun. She's probably going to think like, I know she's told Max that I think she thinks I'm a little crazy, which is true, which is great. But Merry Christmas to all you guys. I hope all you guys are having a good holiday. We're almost at the end of the year. It's unbelievable to me how fast time flies. The scary thing is when I croak, what am I going to do with all this shit? My wife doesn't know what to do with it. So I'm going to post pictures later, of things that I got. I was very surprised this year. I did not realize my family had so much insight into things that I collected. She's like, I don't really know what you have. I just went and bought stuff that I couldn't find on your shelves. So that was good. That was really good. And yeah, I guess that's it. So didn't mean to be the bummer today. It is Christmas, but just remember there's other people out there who could use your support and your help. And sometimes even just giving somebody a phone call is all they need to a little bit better. All right. So other than that, Merry Christmas. Check out posts later. I hope you guys are posting your collections. I am expecting something from David Eon and LPH. I know they did video tonight they're doing a video, I believe. And I watched their videos from the other day. Love watching them. I know Dr. Durant, Rich Hurley did a really great Christmas video. You guys need to check that out. And I'm pretty sure Johnny's got one in there somewhere. If I haven't seen it yet, I'm sure Johnny's got some in there. He does some great videos and a whole bunch of people out there that are doing good stuff. Those of you guys that are making customs and so on, let's post them. I have to say, I haven't seen one, and maybe I missed it because I don't get to see every post, but I haven't seen one Christmas custom this year. Not yet. I was expecting maybe Mitch Castillo to do one or somebody else, or maybe Roger Gilpin, but I haven't seen any. So I'm sadly disappointed. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, other than that, hope you guys are having fun. I'm going to go try and figure out where I'm going to put all this stuff. It's a good problem to have, right? It's a good problem to have. And yeah, other than that, thank you guys very much for being part of the group. Really enjoy having you here, and Merry Christmas. I was going to say peace, bitches, but it's Christmas, so I will say peace, fellow collectors. How's that? What, Amanda? Oh, Amanda said I should not say that word because it's not polite. Amanda, once again, you are correct. Schooled your dad as usual. All right, guys, show your collections. Have a great Christmas.